Hey everybody, Dex and I going for a little hike today up in Fort Barton Woods. Beautiful day, a little bit of a breeze but not too bad. It's just right for a good hike today. We're going to see if we can do the 3 miles or 3.2, whatever it is. But in any case, just to get out and get some exercise. But yeah, it's really nice. Dex is already running around here. I gotta let him. I let him off the leash for a minute here just to burn off some energy. But in any case, we're on our way in for a hike, and we'll see you on trail. So I'm just walking along this particular piece of trail, and I kind of had a flashback of my hashing days. I'll try to insert a explanation of what hashing is, but this is kind of a shout out to my hashing buddies: granola, live bait, hurling, Rody Cash, Crisco, Rusty and Miriam, Tongue and Groove, who else? God, there's so many. I can't think of them all right now, but Gene Godella, Stephanie, so many people that I have on Facebook as friends from the old hashing days. Stu and Monica. Just some that I'm thinking of off the top of my head here, but there's so many. And it's hard to remember. It's hard to remember hashing names after all these years. I remember most of them, but some of them just are slipping my mind at the minute. But in any case, this part of the trail just kind of reminded me of hashing through the woods, looking for trail. Everybody twisting an ankle on the roots. And maybe even, if we were lucky, there was a beer stop along the way somewhere. I could go for a beer right about now. But in any case, shout out to all my Newport Hash House Harrier buddies. Okay, so a little explanation about hashing. Hashing is Hash House Harriers. The official definition is a drinking club with a running problem. But it's basically a group of people that get together on a Sunday or a night during the week. Different clubs have different days, but just a group of people that get together. You don't have to be a professional runner. Some people walk, some people bring their dogs. It's just a fun time to get together with a bunch of people. But in any case, Hash House Harriers is a worldwide organization. You can pretty much go to any large city and find a chapter of Hash House Harriers. It's all over the world, and anywhere in the United States, any big city will probably have a chapter of Hash House Harriers. I belong to Newport Hash House Harriers. We got together every Sunday at a designated location, usually a different location every Sunday. There'd be two hares which set the trail. So they would leave 6 minutes. They would leave and the rest of the group would follow 6 minutes later. But the hares would go along with cooking flour and sidewalk chalk and just head out and throw flour on the ground, and the rest of the pack would have to follow the cooking flour on the ground and the sidewalk chalk arrows and that type of thing. The hares would normally scout out a location ahead of time, usually the day before, and maybe even set some of the trail the day before, so they could just book ahead of the other, book ahead of the pack. Usually on the runs there'd be a beer stop somewhere at the halfway point, and the runs could be anywhere from 2 miles to 6 miles, but there'd usually be a beer stop in the middle, cooler beer or some type of refreshments somewhere on the trail. And you'd always end, or not always, but a lot of times you would end at a bar or a pub, and you drink and sing songs and have food most of the time. But it was always a good time. Good friends getting together for some exercise and beer, which was a big thing. And everybody had a hash name. After 6 runs, if you completed 6 runs, you got a hash name. And usually it was given to you by something you did, something stupid you did, something to do with your personality, maybe something you do for a living. My hash name was Ragman, and the reason I got my hash name we were doing a run alongside of a cornfield, and on the path along the side of the cornfield, the other side of the path was just covered in ragweed. And when I was younger, not so much now, it doesn't bother me, but when I was younger, if I came within 5 feet of ragweed, my nose would run, my eyes would water, sneeze. Well, anyway, I got to the end of my 6th run, and of course my nose is running, I'm sneezing, my eyes are watering, and I explained to the rest of the gang that I was allergic to ragweed, hence Ragman. So that's how I got mine. And I wanted to give a shout out to my hashing friends. I couldn't think of everybody on the trail, so I made a little list of who I could, the people that I think for the most part were the biggest part of the Newport hash at the time. But in any case, 8 Balls, Swampy, John, I mentioned Live Bait, I mentioned Crisco, Hurling, Rusty, Miriam, Pam, and Ajax at the time, Gene, Tongue and Groove, Stu and Monica, Rhodey, Morning Sickness, Crisco, which I think I already mentioned, but I miss you guys like crazy. Maybe one of these days we could all get together for a beer or dinner or something. But in any case, miss you guys, and the trail, a piece of that trail today just reminded me of hashing in general. But a piece of that trail reminded me of when we used to do runs through the woods and prickers and swamps and covered in mud by the end. But in any case, all right. So that kind of, I hope, explains Hash House Harriers. So many people up here today. Every 2 minutes I was running into people walking or people with dogs. Well, such a nice day, I guess. That's to be expected, I guess. But Dex and I had a good hike. We're almost back to the car. Yeah, time for a nice coffee.